The agreement in front of you was not written by the developer. It was written into law, Schedule H. Every strata purchase from a licensed developer in Peninsular Malaysia runs on this same form. Same 36 clauses, same order, whether the project is in Kuala Lumpur or Johor Bahru. So the terms are not up for negotiation. Anything that gives you less than this form already gives you is void, and one line sets the tone for the rest. Time is of the essence. Every deadline in here cuts both ways, which leaves two things worth your attention: what the form already hands you, and the blanks, because the blanks are where the trouble starts. You do not pay for this unit in one go. 14 installments, and each one is tied to something physically existing on site. 10% when you sign, then the ladder starts. Foundation, and everything below ground, 10. Car park frame, 5. The structure of your parcel, 10. Walls with the door and window frames in position, 10. Roof, ceiling, wiring, plumbing, and cabling, 10. Internal finishes 5. External 5. Sewerage 5. Drains 2.5. Roads 2.5. Added up, and by the time the building is finished, you have paid 75%. A quarter of your money is still in your pocket. Here is why it is built this way. You pay for work that exists. Every claim has to come with a certificate signed by the developer's architect or engineer. No certificate, no valid claim. And the money does not go into the developer's general account. It goes into the housing development account named in your agreement, ring-fenced for this project. You get 30 days to pay each claim. Miss those 30 days and interest starts 10% a year, calculated day by day. On a 50,000 ringgit installment, about 13 ringgit 70 a day. But there are 3 situations where they cannot charge you a single sen of it. 1. The claim came without the architect's certificate. 2. The developer's own bank sat on the redemption statement for your parcel. 3. Your financier held the release back because it was not enough to redeem your parcel. Stay unpaid past 30 days and Clause 11 opens up, the developer can terminate. But not quietly. 30 days notice, in writing, by AR registered post. Fix the default inside that window, and the agreement survives. If you do not fix it, there is a forfeiture. If you had paid up to half the price, 10% is gone. On a 500,000 ringgit unit, 50,000. If you had paid more than half, it doubles, 20%, 100,000. There is one narrow way out. If your loan is rejected because your income does not qualify, and you produce proof of it, you pay 1% and the agreement ends. Any other reason, and you are still liable for the whole price. Now the other side of the clock. Vacant possession has to be delivered within a fixed number of months from the date of the agreement. The standard form says 36. Some agreements say 48. Read the number printed in your own clause 25, because that is the one that binds. And it runs from the date of the agreement, not the booking form, not the launch weekend, not the day the piling rig arrived. Miss that date and liquidated damages start running. 10% a year of the purchase price, day by day, until you take possession. On a 500,000 ringgit unit, that is about 137 ringgit a day. 6 months late is roughly 25,000. You do not have to prove you lost anything. The rate is fixed in the form. They have to pay it the moment they give you notice to collect the keys. If they do not, you are entitled to deduct it from whatever you still owe. The common facilities carry their own deadline. The pool, the gym, the surau, the landscaping. If those are late, it is 10% a year of the last 20% of the price. And if you are ever asked to sign a letter extending the delivery date or waiving your right to this compensation, take advice before you sign it. Vacant possession is not the day someone hands you a key. It is the day 5 conditions are all satisfied. 1. The certificate of completion and compliance has been issued. A partial CCC does not count. The definition in your agreement expressly excludes it. 2. The separate strata title for your parcel has been issued. 3. Water and electricity are ready for connection. That has its own definition too. The points and fittings inside your unit are installed and fully functional, and supply is available for tapping, not a cable arriving at the building. 4. You have paid everything due. 5. Any extra work you ordered is finished. Only then can they let you in. And delivery has to come with the certificate of completion and compliance, and the keys in your hand. Now the part most purchasers miss. 30 days after that notice is served, you are deemed to have taken vacant possession, whether you collected the keys or not. Your 24-month defect period starts running, maintenance charges begin, quit rent and assessment become yours, and their liquidated damages stop. Ignoring the notice does not pause anything. It only burns through your defect period. 24 months from the day you take vacant possession. That is your defect liability period. It covers your parcel, the building, and the common property, lifts, lobby, car park, roof, external walls, not just the inside of your unit. 2 kinds of defect count: defective workmanship or defective materials, which is the one everybody thinks of, and anything not built according to the approved plans and the 4th schedule description. A specification quietly swapped is a defect, even if it works perfectly, which is exactly why a blank 4th schedule matters. If nothing was specified, there is nothing to measure against. The procedure is short. You give written notice, the developer repairs it at its own cost within 30 days. If it does not, you can carry out the work yourself and take the cost out of the retention money. That retention money is the last 5% of the purchase price. On 500,000, 25,000 ringgit. On the day you take possession, it does not go to the developer. It goes to the developer's solicitor, held as stakeholder. Half of it is released 8 months after vacant possession, the other half at 24 months. That second date is the same day your defect liability period ends. The timing is deliberate. Their last money is released only when their last obligation runs out. To hold it back, your defect notice has to reach 2 places, the developer and a copy to the stakeholder solicitors, before the release date. A notice that goes only to the developer does not stop the money. So far, this has all been about money moving. Here is what the developer owes you regardless of the money. The title, applied for and issued at their cost before they hand over possession with a registrable instrument of transfer delivered alongside it. The building itself, constructed in a good and workmanlike manner, to the approved plans and to the 4th schedule description. The common facilities, maintained at their cost right up to the day you take possession, fire insurance until then, and a valid license throughout. The infrastructure: roads, driveways, drains, culverts, water mains, sewerage, street lighting, and the water, electricity, and telecommunication cabling, all at their cost. You pay the meter deposits and nothing else. Your rights take less time to list. They are also the ones that actually get used. You can sue in your own name, in any court or tribunal. The only condition is that you notify your bank in writing within 30 days of filing. The land cannot be charged after you sign without your written consent, and you only give that consent once the bank confirms in writing that it disclaims your parcel and will keep it out of any foreclosure. They cannot change the approved plans without your written consent, and if a change means cheaper materials or work left out, you are entitled to a reduction in the price or to damages. And if the strata title comes back more than 2% short on area, that shortfall is refunded to you. If it comes back larger, the developer gets nothing. The clauses are settled, the blanks are not. And almost every dispute that is not about building quality starts in one of these blanks. Your name, spelled exactly as it reads on your identity card. Every bin, binti, A/L, A/P, every space, a mismatch will hold up the transfer at the land office years from now. Your identity card number, digit by digit, and your address, because that is where every legal notice goes. Sent by registered post, it is deemed received 5 days after posting, whether you read it or not. The parcel, story, building number, built-up area in square meters, and the car park bay. If the accessory parcel is not written in, it is not yours. The price, every discount, and the date of the agreement, because that date is what starts the delivery clock. Then the schedules, at the back. Plans attached, common facilities listed, building description filled in. And if you are buying with someone else, your liability is joint and several, not half each. Each of you is liable for the whole of it. Read it before you sign it. Anything on this list that is blank, wrong, or unclear, raise it now.